Good morning, good evening, and welcome to the new video. The last video that I had created was the day in the life for data analyst, and in this video I'm going to answer the questions that you guys had and you posted in the comments. So I have just listed on all the questions, and I'm going to try to answer most of them, almost all of them. If not, or if you have any other further questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. And if there are like more than 50 comments or 50 questions, I'll try to make the part 2 of this video. So let's get started without wasting much time. I have listed on all the questions here and going to answer one by one. So the first questions, many people wanted to know my journey, about me, about my degree, about my experience, how I started my journey as a data analyst, courses that I completed for getting the job as a data analyst. So going to answer all of them. So my journey starts in Bangalore around 9 years ago when I completed my Bachelor's of Computer Applications from one of the college which was affiliated by Bangalore University. I had completed my 12th in PCM Informatic Practices. I came to Bangalore, joined the college, completed in 2017. From 2018 January onwards, I started working in the IT companies. I'm not going to give the names of the companies because of the privacy reasons, but I have changed 3 companies in my journey so far, and this company that I currently am working on, this is the 3rd company. So the first company I joined, it was completely not related to data analysis, but I learned a lot of advanced Excel there. I learned a little bit of SQL, but mostly onto the advanced Excel. I learned the skills from my past 2 jobs, and I am applying those skills right now in my current job. Worked there in that company for 2 years, and then I got to know about the data analysis field, data analytics field, the demand of this job in the current market. At that point of time, around 3.5 years ago, this job was like a booming in the market. So I got myself admitted to one of the institute, completed the and then in between COVID started, so kind of my classes were like offline, and then it was online. I completed my courses where I studied mostly about MS Excel, Tableau, SQL, and then I moved towards the Python. So Python I started learning as EDA. Then it got in depth into the machine learning and statistics. I got my data analytics certificate. So most of the institute in Bangalore, they do help you with the placements. Since I was working in the company during the COVID, sorry guys, there are construction going on, since it's a weekend, many people are on the road, so you will hear lots of noises in the background. Please don't mind that. So yeah, I was talking about that many companies do provide and do help you with the placements, many institutes, I'm sorry, but during my time, the COVID was going on, the market was down, and I couldn't get actual help from the institute, but it does provide it. So that was my journey, and then when I completed my data analytics course, I wanted to I switched to some other company, but it was not exactly the data analytics kind of a job position. It was more of a software development / business analytics kind of thing, where I got in depth into the SQL part. So I had a very good hands-on experience in that company on SQL. And so here and there I started learning things. Then I started learning Tableau, did my course, but still I wanted to have like proper hands-on experience, so I started completing multiple projects, started watching YouTube videos, questions which are generally asked in the interview for Tableau. These are the few details about me. I think I have answered all of it. Someone has asked that which software do you use for your supply chain analytics? So the currently it differs from project to projects, it differs from company to company. So in my current company, I was into 2 different teams under the same data analytics field. Currently, I'm working under supply chain analytics. Before that, I was into some different domain. I was using different tools in different teams. Like I was using Oracle Business Intelligence tools, Advanced Excel, SQL. I was using Hadoop, Hive, and in my current supply chain analytics team, I'm currently using Tableau rigorously for creating dashboards. I'm using Data Mirror, which is also a UI for using the big data databases. The cloud, there's a cloud storage, and you use different UIs to access those databases. So DataMirror is one of them. I use Advanced Excel, I use Python here, Jupyter, or different platforms. So these are the few tools that I use in current supply chain analytics project. So somebody has asked at which company are you currently working for, and can you please share your LinkedIn ID? I'm really sorry, I cannot reveal that on a social media platform about my LinkedIn ID or my current company, but I hope that I have given you enough information to start your journey into this data analytics field. Okay, I'm going to start with questions related to this job and field. So someone says that could you please tell me how someone can become data analyst after 12th? So it's good that you know about this field just after your 12th. It's a very good thing. Now that you want to get into data analytics fields, it's good to do your bachelor's in computer science. It's good to do that, but it doesn't mean that you cannot become a data analyst if you have completed your graduation into something else. Completely not. I'm not saying that. It's just that you will have more hands-on experience on computer, on the using certain kind of softwares, and usually now I think many colleges have started teaching all the data science and data analytics tools. There are so many masters into data science. I think I have seen, not majorly for the bachelor's but for masters, there are many courses from the government colleges also, where you can pay very less and you can do your masters into data science. If you're not willing to do your masters, it's a good option to get yourself enrolled into some kind of institute. What I know of is like institute like Great Learning, Great Lake, which also helps with your with the projects. They will give you different case studies and you can have hands-on experience on the different tools, and they will also help you with the placement. So I will give you the disclaimer here that you do your own research. I am not saying anything behalf of those institutes. I'm not giving the 100% guarantee or warranty on anything, but I have just heard that I have seen people getting placed from such kind of institutes. Many companies hired, they have some kind of collaboration from the institute. Okay, so the next question is roadmap and skills required to be a data analyst. What it takes to get into an entry-level data analyst, since there are very rare openings for freshers. So the roadmap and skills required for data analyst are mainly SQL, big data, Hadoop, Hive. These are the, majorly Hadoop, big data skills, SQL query language. This is the most basic part, because you're dealing with the big data. You're dealing with the 100 of GBs of TBs of data here. So any company will have so much data in their cloud storage, and you need to have your hands on experience, or at least you need to know how to deal with those big data here. How to write an optimized SQL query or Hive query. So these are the important things. One of the skills. Second one is you should be knowing how to deal with those data. So suppose if you are handling this small amount of data, you can pull that into Excel. Excel can handle up to 1 million of rows, but to handle the maximum size of data, it's good to have different tools like Excel, or you can just import that into your Tableau, use it for extracting the data filtration, or if you have more data, you can obviously use it in your Jupyter and Python, and you can just do some filtration or ED on such kind of big data. So skills required: SQL, very important; Advanced Excel, very important to deal with the smaller amount of data; Python, yes, you should be knowing different loops, functions, pandas, numpys. there are different packages, Bond, Matplotlib. These are the few packages that you should be knowing to visualize the data as well as to know the data. One other is for visualization you can use either Power BI, you can learn Tableau. Power BI is very much close to Excel. It's not very tough, it's not easy. You have Power Query there, Power Pivot there, and you can just play with it. It's very interesting tool. Similarly, Tableau is very interesting. Tableau has like little more options to fetch the data from in Tableau, and you can just visualize it and to create the graphs, to create the stories, to tell the stories to your stakeholders. One more important thing is you know the technical knowledge of this, but to communicate this to your stakeholders, it needs to be very simple and very optimized story or visualization, so that your stakeholders can understand little things about your tool, about your stories or visualizations. So yes, then question is rare openings for the freshers. Again, for the freshers, if you're not getting placed via your company as a data analyst, obviously you can go for masters. So the next question is what is the eligibility to become a data analytics? Someone has asked that he or she is a BSc Maths graduate, can I become data analyst? Can any other biotech background make a transition to data analyst? So just wanted to let you know here that no matter what background you're from, it doesn't matter. You can always start your journey as a data analyst. It's just that you'll be working as a fresher in any of the companies, and to have the hands-on experience on the basic tools, it's always good to start your journey from the YouTube videos. If you're not confident enough, you can always go for the institutes and you can start your journey there. One thing is just that your previous experience won't matter here. You'll be joining as a fresher in this data analytics field, but sure enough, no matter what your background is, you can always start as a data analyst. Doesn't matter how old are you, experience you've had in your previous organization, you can always start as a data analyst. Just that you need to have the skills. Next question is how to overcome first interview and get entry level job. So it's normal that nobody is very much so intelligent to crack the first interview, especially when you're joining as a fresher or you're transitioning your field. You will not be, but it's always good to have this attitude of learning that even though you're going to give the interview as a data analyst, in your first interview you're going to get the set of questions that usually people ask in the interview. Any organization, they have the certain set of questions. Technical interviews, you will have scenario based questions interview. Technical skills, they are going to test your SQLs, they are going to test your advanced Excel, they are going to test your visualization tools. Depends on the project that they are hiring for. If they are hiring for Power BI or Tableau, they are going to ask questions based on that, and of course they are going to mention those skills in the job description. So you will get to know, okay, what are the expectations from this project and what they are going to ask for the interview. They are always going to ask what you have written in your resume. If in your resume you have mentioned that you have done the case studies in Python, they are going to ask you a question that what are the kind of case studies that you have done in the Python packages you have used. Do you have any information regarding joins? You have information regarding Windows function in SQL. You have advanced SQL knowledge. So these are the major things that anybody that use SQL or Python in any company. So read the job description properly, modify your resume, prepare yourself before going for any interview. So next question is best institute in Bangalore for data analyst, where to learn data analyst or scientist in Bangalore. There are many institute in Bangalore who gives you the course on the data analytics or data science field. What I have known is few of the institute like Great Learning, Great Lake, but telling you I haven't done my course there, so I don't know exactly what they and how do they teach you. But I have seen people getting placed from such institutes. So obviously you can enroll yourself for any, you can do your own research, call the institute, ask them the right questions, that what if they are going to help you with the placement, what are the tools and how the case studies they are going to teach you. Are they going to teach you from the basics, or they are going to teach you from the intermediate level? It's always good to ask questions from institute. Call them, ask them properly before enrolling yourself. And if you think that this is good to go, this is where you want to start, then obviously you can enroll yourself in the institute. It may take you 3 months, 6 months, I don't really know, but few of the such institutes will help you with the placements as well. And freshers, this is for freshers. I'm not saying that they will check your previous background, that if you have data analytics experience or not, but once you completed such kind of courses, companies are hiring the freshers as well. Okay, the next question is which data analytics tools company uses for doing actual data analysis. So as I said, every company, every project, every team has a different requirement, they use different tools and technologies. Suppose one of the project they require Power BI, maybe another project they are requiring Tableau, or maybe another project they are going to use Adobe Analytics or Google Analytics or Looker. There are different tools and technologies that the company use, but their base is common. They all are going to use the big data cloud storage. They all are going to use any EDA tool like Python, R, but it's just that their base is same. If you talk about visualization tools, there is Power BI, there is Adobe Analytics, there is Tableau, there is Google Analytics, you have Looker as well from the Google. So there are many platforms. It's just that these are the UI. If you know any of the tools, it's very easy to learn the another tool. It's not like a rocket science. You can learn it, and it's not something that you should be scared of. Always be curious to learn something new. So yes. So the next question is, in recent times it has become talk of the internet that in 3 months you can become a data analyst. How true is it? And in terms of job opportunities, is there huge demand in the market? So to that I would like to answer that no one can decide the time limit for anything. It depends on the person to person. It depends on how often or how quickly you learn the language. It depends on person to person. No institute can give you the guarantee that they can make you a data analyst within 3 months. It's just that how long you are taking to learn certain languages or any certain tools that require for a data analytics field. If you are doing the courses, even though you complete your courses, it's not certain that you have this complete strong foundation of this any language. It's just that you have to practice by yourself. You need to have the confidence to start giving the interview and crack the interview. You are always learning. Even though you're not cracking the interview, you are learning something from it. You're learning that what kind of questions the company asks, what are the expectations from the companies. You see the different job descriptions of the companies, any projects that company post on certain portals. So there you get the idea that okay, company is hiring for this, company is hiring for that, and where do I need to start? You can always do your research on YouTube. You can search for interview questions on SQL, on Tableau and such. There are many videos available on YouTube for sure. The next question is, what are the chances of getting a job or an internship after completing basic skill set for analysis and visualization without any project covered yet? So I cannot tell you what are the chances of getting any job. It depends on you, how strong grasp you have on the skill set. Even though it's a basic skill set, but it's always good to have hands-on experience on the projects, because then any company will see, okay, you have done certain project and you know that how you're going to handle it. Company do not want to spend much time on you for training you. It's just that you need to have understanding that you are good to start any project, how knowledgeable you are in any certain field. Suppose if it's a e-commerce company, or it's a retail company, or if it's a healthcare company, do you have any knowledge on that? If you're going for an interview, do your basic research what kind of data that any company, any retail company or e-commerce company deal with. So the kind of data or kind of schema that healthcare company will have, it will be very much different from the retail company or from the e-commerce company. So do your research on that, how easily you can fit into any organization. Do your research and make yourself favorable to get hired. The next question is what level of English is required in oral communications, in interviews, and even during job meetings? I would say your communication skills is the topmost thing that is required in the data analytics field. First being is that everybody in the interview, obviously they will check your communication skills, especially for data analytics field, because you need to deal with the stakeholders, you need to tell your stories through your visualizations. It's not like a software engineering job, you just develop something and you send it to the client. You should be able to tell the stories through your visualization in a very layman language to the stakeholders, because they do not have any technical knowledge on this and they will not be able to understand your technical terms. So you need to make them understand in terms of business information, how the business are performing, how the sales are performing. All right, next question is how to start apply for jobs. To start with, if you're a fresher, it's always good to make a proper optimized profile on LinkedIn, on Naukri. There are other portals like Indeed, Monster. These are the few portals where Indian companies, most of the Indian companies, they post their job. Naukri.com, I know that you need to have a proper optimized profile, including the keywords. You go through the different job descriptions of the companies posting, include those keywords in your resume. It's always good to do that. It's good to include your skill set. You have had the hands-on experience on this, you have the complete strong grasp on such skills, and change your resume as per the job description. So suppose if you're going to apply for certain kind of job, go through their job descriptions, modify your resume for each of the job description that any company posts. So if such and such company, the job description requires that you need to create certain report, ad hoc reporting, mention those kind of keywords in your resume, so that it will be easy to track in the ATS tool. So if you don't know about the ATS tool, it's a tracking system where recruiter, they don't go through your resume one line by line or page by page. They just upload your resume to the certain tool, post their job description, and that tool will find the keywords from your resume. If that is matching, your resume will be selected, and then the recruiter will try to contact you. If you don't know about this, then you can search on Google how that ATS tracking system works. The next is how to approach and get referral in LinkedIn. So the first thing that you have to do on LinkedIn is to optimize your profile. Again, mention your basic skill set. LinkedIn has LinkedIn profile itself will help you to mention all the things that you're doing in the current company. If you're a fresher, then you can mention your projects that you have done in certain institute or your college. Mention your projects, mention the skills that you have gained, and the tools that you have worked on. They always look for the tools that you have hands-on experience, because company do not want to train you from the scratch. The chance of getting hired is more. To get referral, it's always good to build the network on LinkedIn, but they don't just directly go to someone's profile and ask them, if you have any openings in your company, then can you please refer. First, do your research, see if any companies has their openings. If you see the openings are theirs on certain field, search for the people who are currently working in there, person from the talent acquisition team, or anyone who is currently working into that field. Contact with them, try to build the connection, get to know about them, get to know about the company's culture, and then pitch in for yourself that I can see that there is an opening in your company for data analytics role, so would you be able to refer me for that? It's a good way to make networking. Do not just barge into someone's account and ask for a referral. The chances are they are not going to see your message. The last question is, what is a fresher salary? So the fresher salary actually depends on the budget of the company or any project. Generally, the market budget earlier, like 4 to 5 years ago, it used to be like 3 to 4 lakhs. But I think nowadays it has increased from 4 to maybe between 4 lakhs to 8 lakhs per annum. So yeah, but honestly, it all depends on the company's project's budget. Okay, all right. I think that was all the list of questions I had made here. I think I have answered all of your questions. If I haven't answered, please make sure you can comment down below on this video. I am going to link here my previous video, Day in the Life of a Data Analyst. Go through that video as well if that helps you. If this video has helped you, and if you have more questions, then please do comment down below. Share with your friends and families. If anybody who is interested to get into data analytics field, definitely this video could help them in some way, I guess. So share with your friends and families. If this video has helped you in some way and you have gained some kind of knowledge, please do tell me. It definitely is going to help me and boost me to make more such videos. And it's always good to know our side of story. So if you've already come to Bangalore, if you're already in certain cities and you're working as a data analyst, share your journey with us and everybody in the comment section. So it's good to know. I'm going to share the link of my videos down below in the description box. Please go ahead and subscribe, comment, share, like. I'm really glad that so many of you had so many questions. If there would be like more than 50 questions in this video in the comment section. I'm going to make the part 2 of this video. All the best for your data analytics journey. If you have already started, if you have not started, start your journey now. Don't be afraid. You can always start in the data analytics field despite of your background, your experience, your age, anything. All the best, and see you in my next video. Till then.